Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Jahan, ready?
It's just me and you. It's
Sean. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Mike, 6.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mike, 6.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Mike, 5.
Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Cousins again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Five.
Check Mike 6, Mike 6.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike 6.
Gun.
Mike 6. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
I know, easy.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Bravo.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Gun.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Hey, check Mike.
3rd and long for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before.
I got him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shift. Watch the shift. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Whip, whip, whip. Watch the whip. Slam, slam, slam.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike, 6. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, the throw complete to Beebe. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's it, baby.
To Chad Beebe. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Through.
Mike 6. Mike 6. And I'm coming after you.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check Mike. Mike 6. Mike 6. Hey, watch the screen.
Gun.
Watch the screen. Mike 6. Mike 6. I got you.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Gun.
Check 6 guys. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Black.
Check safety.
Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Gun.
Second tone, defense. Second tone, defense.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Check Mike, Mike 6. Mike 6.
On second down and 4, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, it's Grant. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using. Gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Trubisky to throw. He finds Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen.
Complete to Tariq Cohen. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So with fourth down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
180! Alert! Watch your shit.
Now Trubisky on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Robinson's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start putting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike spot smooth. Mike spot 4. I got it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Gun.
We got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Right there.
Cousins now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Mike 6.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Don't let him breathe.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago.
Good job.
Tariq Cohen, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 6.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st down, Chicago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
there he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, touchdown number 22 on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Mike 7.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
To throw is Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
That's it, baby. We're going to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's by 4. Cut. Quick the edge. Go. He's checking. Crash. Switch. Rush in.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. 49. Check 49.
Check nickel. Under 10. 10. Kill.
Gun.
Buzz. Be ready. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's keep it. Seal this game.
Go. 180. Trent Ransom.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Trubisky will throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. On 3. Motion.
54.
Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Again, it's Cousins. And now here's another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high-percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Good route here.
Mike 6.
Hey, Echo.
6.
Gun.
Army. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. Stop.
Wait, done.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins will throw complete to Beebe. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with
up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get